My stepsister moved into my house and stole my clothes and tried to split my college fund in half. I showed her why she could never take my place. My stepsister Chloe moved into our house in January when her mom married my dad. She immediately started telling everyone she was finally living the life she deserved after years of struggle. She said this was her chance to be somebody important and she wasn't going to waste it. I tried to welcome her because dad asked me to make her feel at home, but Chloe didn't want to feel at home. She wanted to make it her home and push me out completely. The first week, Chloe moved into the guest room but complained it was too small. She said since we were both daughters now, we should have equal rooms. My room was bigger because it had been mine for 16 years, but Chloe said that wasn't fair anymore. She told dad that keeping me in the bigger room showed favoritism. Dad said we weren't switching rooms because that would be disruptive, but he'd redecorate the guest room however Chloe wanted. She sulked for days and told her friends that I was hoarding the best room because I couldn't handle sharing. By February, Chloe had started using my things without asking. She wore my clothes to school, and when I confronted her, she said sisters share everything. I said we weren't really sisters and she needed to ask permission. She ran to her mom crying that I was rejecting her as family. Her mom told my dad that I was being cruel to Chloe, who just wanted to bond. Dad asked me to be more flexible and understanding. So Chloe kept taking my clothes, my makeup, even my jewelry, always saying we were family now. She'd return things stretched out, stained, or broken, then act confused when I got upset. She started inserting herself into traditions that had been just dad and me for years. Our monthly dinner at Romano's became a group thing. Our Sunday morning walks included her. She even tried to take over reading announcements at dad's company holiday party, something I'd done since I was 12. She said it was time for new traditions that included the whole family. When my birthday came in March, Chloe convinced her mom and my dad to make it a joint celebration. She said her birthday was just 2 weeks later, so it made sense to combine them. I'd always had my own party with my friends and the dinner dad would cook, but Chloe wanted one big party where she could invite all her new friends from my school. She said separate parties would be wasteful and divisive. The joint party was awful because Chloe made everything about her. She gave a speech about how grateful she was to finally have the birthday she'd dreamed of. She opened my presents first, saying she wanted to save the best for last, meaning hers. She even blew out the candles on my cake because she said birthday wishes should be shared between sisters. My friends were confused and uncomfortable. Dad just smiled and said it was nice seeing us bond. Things escalated when Chloe found out about my college fund. Dad had been saving since I was born, and it was substantial. Chloe demanded equal money for her education. She said anything less was discrimination against her for not being a biological family. Her mom agreed and pressured dad to split my fund in half. Dad refused at first, but they wore him down with constant arguments about fairness and family equality. I ended up keeping my fund only because my mom's parents threatened to involve lawyers since they contributed to it. That's when I decided Chloe needed to learn about boundaries the hard way. I started by being exactly the sister she claimed to want. I wore her clothes without asking, but I wore them better. She'd bought new outfits with her mom's credit card to impress people at school. I wore them first and got all the compliments. When she complained, I said sisters share everything, remember? I used her makeup and accidentally broke her favorite palette. I borrowed her phone charger and lost it. I ate the special food her mom bought just for her. Every time she protested, I reminded her that we were family now. Next, I started joining all her activities. She signed up for drama club to make her own friends. I signed up too and got the lead role she wanted. She joined yearbook committee, so did I, and became editor. Everything she did to establish herself, I did better. She complained to her mom that I was copying her. Her mom came to dad saying I was bullying Chloe by not letting her have her own space. Dad pointed out that Chloe had insisted on sharing everything and doing everything together. He said I was just being the sister she'd asked for. The breaking point came during dad's company gala in April. Chloe had been telling everyone she was the daughter of the company owner, conveniently leaving out the step part. She'd promised people she could get them meetings with dad or internships at his firm. I let her dig herself deep, then introduced myself to all those people as the actual daughter. I explained that Chloe was new to the family and still learning boundaries. The word spread quickly that Chloe had been misrepresenting herself. People she tried to impress were angry about being misled. Full story on channel, link below.